Now, Andrew, let's move on to Amsterdam
Yes.
for footballing reasons.
Yes.
I understood that reference.
As Real Madrid traveled to Holland, and I think Ajax had a great group stage. They almost defeated Bayern and almost won the group. But because they didn't win the group, they have Real Madrid to contend with. I like this Ajax team, Andrew. I really like them. But can they absorb pressure, and can they really pin back that Madrid team? A Madrid team that is sort of in flux because Santi Solari is. Can he keep a lid on this madhouse?
Santi Solari is a player I loved as a player. He's a lovely left-sided player.
Yeah.
If you asked me this question before Solari came in, I actually would have said Ajax definitely going to have a go at Real Madrid and take them out. But Solari definitely, the problems are still there. He definitely sort of patched things up a little bit. I think Real Madrid, when Ronaldo left, it did not replace that 50 goals a season output. Bale wanted to be that guy. He's always injured. I think he's currently injured right now. He came back over the weekend to probably, just a couple minutes. But Real Madrid is not a team that it looks like they're on the verge. They're ready for a revamp then. Because you lost the goal-scoring output of Cristiano Ronaldo. And now I think people are starting to really see the value of Cristiano Ronaldo. His presence inspired a lot of fear in opposition defense.
Yeah.
And I think people are not that fearful of Real Madrid anymore. And I think that physical presence of Cristiano Ronaldo, you don't get that from any of the players. And I think it will have to force them to play a collective style of football. They don't have that, tip of the sword type player. And, Vasquez is looking really great. I think he's a player that is really starting to grow into his own. And I think if Gareth Bale could ever not be injured, it would be potent. But I think right now, Ajax should fancy their chances. It's a solid team. I always wanted these Dutch teams to really return to the summit of football.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid is not that scary team that they were last year. In fact, last year when they won the Champions League, I would have said that it's a very flawed team.
Yeah.
They were conceding goals, but their midfield and strike force with Modric and those guys were really potent. But I think in the end, Ajax is going to give it a wonderful go. But in the end, the individual outstanding talents of Real Madrid will eventually separate both of them. And unfortunately, that's the case. I think, the depth and quality will eventually be what separates both teams.
Andrew, I'm going to stick my neck out here. I'm going to go with an Ajax victory.
I would love if that happens, though.
Yeah, here are my reasons. Because for Madrid, yes, they lost Cristiano and that consistency, but Bale hasn't been fit and Benzema hasn't really been banging the goals as how we would expect him to do. And the left-sided guy from Brazil, Vinicius, he has, when I looked at him, Andrew, I see a guy who wants to try everything, but he's not consistent. And he can't really string passes together and play within that team mentality. And I think in Champions League football, you need a guy who can play at containment and really be responsible to his duties, defensive and attacking. And Vinicius just doesn't have that. And even in Madrid, in the past I raved about, they're really flat. Kroos, Casemiro, Modric has been really flat this season.
Yep.
And the back, a lot of problems. Lack of consistency. Marcelo isn't playing. It's sort of messy back there.
Yep.
But for Ajax, this is why I think Ajax could potentially get a victory in this tie. Because they have some of the best players they've had in, I would say, more than 10 years. Last time Ajax made an impression in this competition was 2003, when they made the quarters with De Jong and these guys. But this round, they have Frankie De Jong, who has just signed for Barca, but still with Ajax right now. They have Bastian Lletget in the back, who I think is one of the best young defenders in world football. And up front, they have two guys who I think can really hurt Madrid because they're extremely hungry.
Yep.
Serbian Dusan Tadic and Moroccan Hakim Ziyech. In the World Cup, he was great, but this guy, look out for him, Andrew. Great left foot. And at the Amsterdam Arena, Ajax upped their game to gargantuan levels. And to me, they have that potency and that passion to really get past Madrid. It's going to be balmy in Amsterdam. So I think that Ajax, they can do a job on Madrid this round.
Yeah, I would love that, though. All jokes aside, I have a huge soft spot for Ajax because of their past history and the wonderful players that came out of the famous Ajax Academy. I would love to see them return to the summit just to challenge the existing superpowers and shake things up a bit. Because we're in an economy now where the superpowers are dominating football, and I love when teams like Ajax now that are no longer in the superpower level take it to Real Madrid, and sure they can. And I think if they do what they're supposed to do, I still think, unfortunately, I would love to be wrong, though. I would absolutely love to be wrong if Real Madrid, fumble and they succumb to the youthful, energetic Ajax that we all seem to like.
Yeah.
But I think, Real Madrid definitely are going to ride their luck like they did in the last 3 Champions Leagues. Because I think, I'll be very honest, yes, they did something very historic and they won 3 Champions Leagues. Yeah. Wonderful. You cannot take that away from them. Zidane, listen, stepped out, rode into the sunset like a champion.
No more Zizou factor.
Yep, Zizou. But I think, I don't think that's going to happen. I think they may be lucky this time around. And unfortunately for Ajax. But this is the one time in my life I actually hope, maybe there's some other times, but I hope Ajax does it. Because I would love a team like Ajax to go all the way to the final and, just shake things up. Not just from a sporting perspective, but, I have a very, and this is strictly with me, I love the whole player development and not just splashing money around and buying players, because I think it's hurting football. And I would really love to see teams that really focus on player development be back on the top. And I hope that I'm actually wrong here and Real Madrid loses. I know that's not very analytical of me. So, with that being said, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Real Madrid are going to get stunned by the men from Amsterdam? Will Ajax bring their youthful vigor and take out a very wounded Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Real Madrid that is definitely not all there. And they're seeing La Liga slip away, to be honest. They're way off into the distance. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So, Kevon, how do you think the first leg is going to turn out?
1-0 Ajax.
Yes. I think it's going to be 1-1. And then we'll see how it goes in the second leg. I think Ajax are going to stun Real Madrid. And they're hopefully going to fall over on their faces in the second leg. So with that being said, comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Be sure to like and subscribe because this Champions League is wonderful. Be sure to check out our other segments, EXTV Live, which Kevon will make an appearance on soon. And we'll have guests every week. We also have a couple coming up soon. Kenwin Jones wants to play me in FIFA. We'll see how that goes. So once again, Kevon, where can we find you?
Kev868 on Instagram and Twitter. Andre?
You can find me at Andrew Sooklal on Twitter and Instagram. So once again, be sure to stay tuned to EXTV because we'll see how these predictions turn out. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out more, look at this video. And don't forget to click the subscribe button because when you do, one of your enemies